In every hive, there is one bee without whom the entire colony would cease to exist. We call her the queen. But does she really rule? The truth is more surprising. The queen bee is not a ruler issuing commands. She's more like a prisoner of her own body, whose only task is laying eggs. Thousands of eggs per day, for years, without pause. Today we'll discover the true life of the queen bee, from birth in a special cell, through a dramatic mating flight to a solitary death. A queen is not born a queen. Every bee larva has the potential to become one. Everything is decided by diet. When a colony needs a new queen, the workers build special cells, queen cells. They look like peanuts hanging from the comb. They're much larger than ordinary cells. Workers invest enormous effort in constructing them, using more wax and more time than for any other structure in the hive. The colony treats the queen cell as its most precious project. Workers invest enormous effort in constructing them, using more wax and more time than for any other structure in the hive. The colony treats the queen cell as its most precious project. In the queen cell, the larva is fed exclusively on royal jelly throughout the entire development period. It's precisely this royal jelly that activates the genes that create a queen. An ordinary worker develops in 21 days, a queen in only 16. Royal jelly accelerates her development by almost a week. When the young queen is ready, she chews through the cell cap and emerges into the world. But this is only the beginning of her fight for survival. There can be only one queen in a hive. If several young queens hatch at the same time, a ruthless battle begins. Young queens search for each other in the hive. When they meet, they fight to the death. A queen has a stinger that, unlike workers, she can use multiple times. And she uses it without hesitation. Sometimes a young queen kills a rival still in the queen cell before she has a chance to emerge. She pierces the cell wall with her stinger and eliminates the competition. It's brutal, but effective. In the end, only one remains, the strongest. A few days after hatching, the young queen sets out on the most important journey of her life, the mating flight. She rises high into the air to a height of 10 to 30 meters. She typically makes 1 to 3 mating flights. There, drones from surrounding hives wait for her. The meeting place is called a drone congregation area. The queen mates with 10 to 20 drones during one or several flights. Each drone dies immediately after mating. The queen stores the sperm in a special organ called the spermatheca. These reserves will last her entire life. She will never leave the hive for reproductive purposes again. After returning from the mating flight, the queen begins laying eggs, and she will do this every day for the next 3 to 5 years. The queen's life in the hive is monotonous and intense at the same time. At peak season, the queen lays up to 2,000 eggs per day. The combined weight of the eggs exceeds her own body weight. It's as if a woman gave birth every few minutes. The queen is constantly surrounded by a retinue of workers. They feed her, clean her, and even digest food for her. The queen eats exclusively royal jelly delivered by workers. But the queen's most important role is not laying eggs, it's releasing pheromones, chemical substances that control the behavior of the entire colony. The queen's pheromones inform workers that the queen is healthy and present. They suppress the development of ovaries in workers. They maintain order and harmony in the hive. The queen moves through the hive in a slow, deliberate procession, always surrounded by her retinue. Workers face her, licking and grooming her body. In doing so, they pick up her pheromones and spread them throughout the colony by touching other bees. Within hours, every bee in a colony of 50,000 knows the queen's status. It is one of the most efficient communication networks in nature. When pheromone levels drop, workers know something is wrong. The queen moves through the hive in a slow, deliberate procession, always surrounded by her retinue. Workers face her, licking and grooming her body. In doing so, they pick up her pheromones and spread them throughout the colony by touching other bees. Within hours, every bee in a colony of 50,000 knows the queen's status. It is one of the most efficient communication networks in nature. The queen doesn't rule forever. After 2 to 3 years, her fertility begins to decline. Pheromones weaken. Workers detect this immediately, and they make the decision to replace the queen. They build new queen cells and begin raising a successor. This process is called supersedure. The old queen continues laying eggs, unaware that her days are numbered. When the young queen is ready, the old one is removed. Sometimes workers surround her in a tight ball and overheat her to death. This sounds cruel, but from the colony's perspective, it's a rational decision. A weak queen means a weak colony, and a weak colony won't survive winter. Bees are not guided by sentiment. They are guided by survival. There's one more scenario in which the queen plays a key role: swarming. When a colony becomes too large, the bees decide to split. The old queen leaves the hive with half the workers, forming a swarm. She leaves the hive to the young queen. This is the only time an adult queen flies. The swarm settles on a branch or other location, forming a characteristic cluster of bees. Scout bees search for a new home. For the old queen, it's a risky journey. She must survive outside, find a new location, and rebuild the colony from scratch. Swarming is the natural way colonies reproduce. One colony becomes two. Life goes on. The queen bee is a fascinating creature. She's not a ruler, though that's what we call her. She's more like the heart of the colony. Without her, the hive dies. With her, it thrives. Her paradox is profound. She is the most important bee in the hive, yet the most dependent. She cannot feed herself, cannot collect nectar, cannot build comb, but she can do something no other bee can: give life to the entire colony, day after day, for years. Her life is a paradox. She's the most important bee in the hive, yet the most dependent. She can't feed herself, can't collect nectar, can't build comb, but she can do something no other bee can: give life to the entire colony. If this episode surprised you, leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to Hive Mind to discover more secrets from the world of bees. See you in the next one.